Everybody has the same universal experience where they start really strong and really motivated on a new goal only to crash by day 3. But guess what? That's not random. It's a predictable pattern that your brain follows, and it's the reason so many people keep restarting over and over again. In this video, I'll break down the exact system I've used to help thousands of people rebuild consistency even if they've failed 100 times before. It's the same reset method that's helped people finally stick to their routines, not for 3 days, but for 3+ years. And real quick, if you want to apply this to your own life, I made you something called the Deep Reset. It's a free ebook with 12 powerful shifts to help you rebuild your focus, energy, and discipline, even if your motivation's been MIA for months. Links in the description, it's completely free. So let's break that cycle starting now. Because the truth is, motivation disappearing after a few days isn't a flaw in you. It's a flaw in how motivation itself works. And if you don't understand it, you'll keep burning out. So here's the myth of motivation. This is the part that they don't teach in school, and most productivity videos kind of skip over really often. Motivation isn't made to last. It's a spike, a dopamine surge that helps you start, but it's not built to sustain. It's like a firework. It's a strong blast, but it fades quickly. That's why day 1 always feels so powerful, but day 3 starts to feel like a sludge. Because on day 1, your brain is hyped on novelty. You have new habits, new goals, and a brand new identity. But novelty wears off pretty fast, as I'm sure we all know. And when that crash hits, your brain starts looking for something easier to feel good again, which is usually your phone or watching a video like this, or food sometimes. So it's not that you stopped caring, it's that your brain started doing the math. Your brain said option A is to work hard and wait weeks for results, and option B is to scroll for 5 minutes and I can feel good now. And it will choose B every time. So here's a better way to think about it. Motivation is like lighting a match. It's great for getting the fire started, but if you don't add logs like structure, systems, and support, the flame dies quickly. And science backs this. Studies show that motivation rises with novelty, but drops with repetition unless it's paired with visible progress. So if motivation fades because your brain starts chasing easier wins, then the next thing we need to look at is why your brain defaults to those easier rewards, and how that hijacks your ability to stay consistent. So here's why you lose steam after a few days. It's a biological dip. Your brain starts scanning for easier sources of dopamine, like quick wins, fast feedback, and something that feels rewarding now. Because let's be real, building something meaningful takes time, but TikTok, Instagram, eating a little snack, or taking a nap, well, those hit instantly. What you're feeling is a biological dip, and it's not a character flaw. It's how the human brain has evolved. We're wired to chase high-reward, low-effort outcomes because they keep us alive and feeling good. That's why scrolling feels easier than scripting. That's why watching someone else's vlog feels better than editing your own. It's like your brain has a gas pedal for getting new ideas, like it just gets all these ideas really fast. But it also has a brake pedal, and it uses that brake pedal anytime it takes effort to do something. You want the goal, but your brain's default setting is, give me something easy that works right now. And you can't really blame it, because most people don't build in early feedback loops. They set goals that only reward them weeks from now, and wonder why they bail by day 3. And research backs this too. Delayed rewards feel less real to your brain because of how far they are. That's why your habits collapse unless they're reinforced with wins right now, not later. So now you might be asking, how do you build a system that doesn't fall apart the second your brain starts craving comfort? Well, in that situation, you don't rely on willpower. You have to remove resistance, and that's exactly what we'll break down next. Let's talk about discipline, and why relying on it too much is why most people fail. Everyone says you just need to be more disciplined. But if that worked, we'd all be millionaire bodybuilders by now living in Beverly Hills. The truth is that discipline matters most when effort feels low. When something like recording a video doesn't feel like lifting a truck. Because real consistency doesn't come from punching your way through resistance. It comes from lowering the resistance in the first place. Your brain is lazy by design. It doesn't want to waste energy. So if a task feels hard every time, your brain avoids it, no matter how badly you want the result. That's why routines collapse when you're tired, stressed, or overwhelmed. Think of your system like a slide. If it's angled the wrong way, you have to climb. If it's angled the right way, gravity does the work for you. You want your habits set up like that. Effortless to start, easy to repeat. That's what makes you consistent, even when your energy is at 20%. If all of this resonates, this is just a reminder to download the free ebook that I mentioned earlier, because it's packed with systems that do exactly this: reduce resistance and help you take action even when motivation's gone. Link is in the description and it's completely free. But even the best system can't stop you from crashing every once in a while. So then what happens when you fall off completely? The next part will show you exactly how to reset without restarting from zero. So let's say you fall off the horse. You missed a few days, you stopped showing up, the streak is broken. So now what? Most people wait until they feel ready again. But that's the trap. Motivation doesn't just show up one morning and tap you on the shoulder. You don't wait to feel ready. You move first, and then motivation follows. It goes from taking action to gaining momentum to gaining belief. That's the order. So here's a better rule. If your brain is frozen, just do one small thing. Send one email, do one stretch, take 1 minute. You're not rebuilding the entire empire. You're proving to your brain that we are not stuck. And also, most importantly, this isn't just modern habit advice, it's divine truth too. Because in the Quran, when Maryam, or Mary, was alone in labor, giving birth to Prophet Isa, or Jesus, she was overwhelmed, in pain, and isolated. And she was told to shake the trunk of the palm tree. Now think about that. She's in labor, exhausted, and she's told to shake a tree. The point wasn't that she had to cause the result. It was that she had to move, to do whatever she could. Even if all she could offer was a single action, that is what unlocked the divine support. And sometimes shaking the tree is enough, aka just take the first baby step even when you think it won't do much. Because once you've moved, once you've shaken the tree, now we can build a system that catches you next time before you crash. And that's what we'll break down next. If you've ever thought, I guess I'm just not built for consistency, this part is for you. Because here's the truth. You're not failing because you're lazy or undisciplined. You're failing because your system wasn't designed to survive a bad week. Most people build habits that only work when things are perfect. But life is never perfect. You get sick, you travel, you miss a few days, and when that happens, your whole structure collapses. You restart from zero. But smart systems don't punish you for missing days. They make it easy to restart. Think of your habits like a phone battery. If it drops to 5%, you don't throw the phone away. You plug it in and recharge. That's what your routines need. Some built-in recovery modes. So start small. Design a bare minimum mode for your routines. When you're low energy, don't do nothing. Do the easiest version. That one action keeps the system alive. Research backs this. The highest long-term success comes from routines that adapt, not routines that punish. And that's exactly what the free ebook helps you build. If you want a system that holds up even when you don't, download the ebook. It's free, and it's just 12 practical shifts that rebuild your productivity, focus, and momentum from the ground up, even if you failed 100 times before. Once again, links in the description, so take the win and don't start over again. Everything I shared in this video works, if you can move. But some of you, you're not even at that stage yet. You're still waking up, staring at the ceiling, wondering why it feels like even trying doesn't make sense anymore. You don't need another habit hack. You need something a little deeper, a reason to move again. And that's what I cover in my last video, how to find your first breath when it feels like the weight of life is sitting on your chest. You're already in motion, so let's keep pulling that thread because you're closer than you think.